Hello everybody, welcome back. So just got home from a very late draft. It was another Chaos draft tonight, last one before the new Theros set comes out next weekend for the pre-release, which is going to be hopefully lots of fun. It'll be my first pre-release ever because they didn't really do pre-releases on a local scale last time I played. So tonight was the last Chaos draft. So my you can see the promo packs. I won anyway. So the my first win since coming back, so it's pretty cool. My first pack, I grabbed War of the Spark, Amonkhet, and yeah, Oath of the Gatewatch. Yeah, it's really late. It's like 12:30. I worked all day. I got to work in the morning. Yeah. So my first pack, the War of the Spark. The rare was good old Ugin. I had no idea what I was gonna do. I just was gonna let the packs decide tonight. But this pack also had a foil blast zone in it. So I literally on my first pack, I'm sitting there looking at the two going, oh my god, which one should I get? Which one should I get? I don't know. Both of them could pretty much be stacked in any deck. So I went with the Ugin. The reason I got the War of Spark pack was so I could get a Planeswalker to kind of help me decide what to do. So I went with the Ugin even though it was less value, but, you know, I was more concerned with building a decent deck, which is funny because after I built the deck, I thought it was terrible. I'm just going to start trying to build a terrible deck now. Maybe I'll do better because every time I think I got a terrible deck, I actually end up doing pretty well. So needless to say, after I pulled the Ugin, I ended up getting a couple decent black cards right away. So, but because I had the Ugin, I also kind of went for colorless. There's a lot of colorless creatures with the Eldrazi's floating around. So I ended up deciding to go blue and black. And I got some cool Eldrazi's, but of course the abilities on a lot of them require the actual waste colorless mana. So I was really worried about being able to use the abilities or not. But they were cheaper to cast the creatures because the Ugin, whenever he was out, they did come in handy a couple times. I didn't end up getting any wastes, but I did get handed back a Seagate Wreckage, which did give me the one just in case I needed it for an ability. Plus, it gave me the draw a card ability if I had no cards in hand. But, oh, I don't think I could have done it because I didn't have another waste. So, I think I had something else that created a waste. Anyway, so I ended up going blue, black, Flyers, and Death Touch. So here was pretty much my main deck. I went with, I had a Lash of Thorns, Gorging Vulture. This guy's pretty cool. Gave me a little bit of life gain, and he was a flyer. Flying 2/2 for 3. An Unearth, which could bring something 3 mana cost or less back to my battlefield, which I used that a few times. Supernatural Stamina. This won me a couple games. +2, and whenever this creature dies, return at the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. Vampire Opportunist, I got him out once, and I think he got killed pretty quick. I didn't actually get to use his ability. I did draft 2 of those, but I just ended up stacking the one. I didn't think he was powerful enough, and 7 mana to get the lose 2 life and gain 2 life thing was a little too much. I got a Vampire Envoy, great little flying blocker at the 1/4, plus you gain a life every time you attack with him. The Hired Prisoner, this guy I kept getting in opening hands. Little 1/1 Death Touch kept everybody at bay until I could get my Flyers out. Foreboding Fruit came in handy a couple times, drawing some cards. Hired Blade. Oh yeah, the Foreboding Fruit. I also use this as a direct damage spell. If I can get my opponent down to 2 life, I will make them draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. So I use that as my final kind of nail in the coffin card. Hired Blade. I didn't get any removal at all. So I was actually using him kind of like removal. I'd just kind of leave 3 mana open, let him attack, and then flash him out and crush whatever's coming at me. Bone Picker. I never got to cast him for the 1 black, but I did get him on the board quite a few times. Flying 3/2 Death Touch. And Feral Abomination. Death Touch 5/5. I actually did get him out several times, and he was a beast. People did not like him. And then, as I showed you earlier, I got a Thought Harvester that is possibly the worst miscut card I've ever seen in my life. Can you see that? It's almost into the text box. So it's miscut. It's not misprint, unfortunately, or else that'd probably be worth a pretty penny. But yeah, I mean, good old Wizards quality there. So Thought Harvester, an Essence Depleter, and a Sky Scorer. Scourer. This guy came in really handy because he was a really quick drop. He was colorless, so he was cheaper with Ugin. Plus, he triggered the abilities on these guys. So I also had an Iron Bully at first, but I ended up swapping him out for a land because my first hand I kind of got mana locked. Lothwain Gargoyle, Bone Tooth's Monument, which helped actually when I was able to get that out. It did help quite a bit in this deck. And a Fountain of Renewal to get me some life gain, because when you're running black, you need as much life as you can get, because you usually half the time end up killing yourself. And then my blue cards I ran were a Thunder Drake, a Gearsmith Prodigy. He didn't really do anything. He was a chump blocker once, I think. The Vizier of Tumbling Sands, the untapped target permanent, came in handy when I got mana locked a couple times. I was able to add mana to my mana pool, untap a land, and then add another one so I could cast the bigger creatures. Stealth Mission, that was a great card. That one helped out a lot. And the Cartouche of Knowledge, that was also another really good one. Anything that didn't have flying, like my little 1/1 Death Touch, I'd give them flying and +1/+1 and draw a card. People did not like that either. So the stuff I didn't stack that I pulled, another Vampire Opportunist, Kozilek Shrieker. His ability, you could only use the waste mana, and he was not a flyer, so I didn't stack him. I just went with flying and Death Touch pretty much. I got a Barrier Bones. That would just kind of came back to me in a pack at the end. Pitiless Vizier, I almost stacked because of the Indestructible, but I would have had to cycle or discard, and I didn't have enough cycle or discard stuff. The Blade Brand, it just wasn't enough. Just Death Touch. Most of my creatures were either flying or Death Touch already anyway, so it just kind of seemed like a wasted spot. Cutthroat Maneuver, I was really tempted to run that one, but the 4 mana cost kind of made me shy away from it. Gruesome Scourger, I almost stacked because I didn't have any removal at all. I wanted a little bit of removal, but the 5 mana I was running 2 colors. I didn't want to risk trying to get 2 swamps. I didn't want to risk getting locked for blue or whatever. Scribe the Mindful, I didn't have enough instants or sorceries that I thought to bother with him, and he was a 3-drop. If he was a 2-drop, I probably would have cast him. Slimebind, just -4. I was more going for aggro than defense. And Totally Lost, just a 5-drop was way too much. And then somebody had a Nemesis pack too, so I got a Trickster Mage. I didn't want to discard anything. I knew black and blue I would have trouble getting cards in my hand, so I didn't want to discard anything. The stuff I got handed to me or just kind of hate drafted or pulled or whatever, most of the stuff just came around handed to me at the end. I ended up getting a Deafening Silence, a Mog Alarm, Reckless Airstrike. I was tempted to run red. I was kind of pulling black, red, and blue to see which one came the best. I did get a couple removals in red like this one, but it only affected flying. I got a Spitfire. That I pretty much hate drafted. There was nothing else in the pack that was more important to me. There was no other blue or black cards that would have been any good. So this guy is a pain. So I I went ahead and hate drafted that in case anybody was running red. That was just handed to me at the end. Spikewheel Acrobat, another one that just kind of was last few cards in the pack. Nothing else good, so I just kind of pulled that so nobody else would grab it. Pyromancer's Assault, again, nothing else in the pack left. The last couple cards, I went ahead and grabbed it so nobody else could get it. And then a Goblin Engineer ended up coming back to me from a Modern Horizons pack. This one, I was kind of upset when I had to pass on it because it wasn't fitting my deck because I had already gotten to the point where I was going to just run blue and black. And I saw this guy, I was like, oh man, I need one of those for one of my decks I'm working on at home. And it ended up going all the way back around. This was the last card in the pack that I ended up getting at the end. So somebody left it in there the whole time. Nobody pulled it. So I guess my table wasn't doing a lot of red. But anyway, that's what I stacked. First game, I had to mulligan because I had like, God, I think I had 5 lands and 2 6-drops. I was like, yeah, that's not going to work. So I ended up mulliganing, and for some reason, if I mulligan, I generally lose. I don't know why, but it just seems like whenever I mulligan, I end up losing the game. And sure enough, I lost that hand. But that was the only hand I lost all night. 4 rounds. I was completely undefeated every single game except that first game. The second game, I kept a 1 swamp hand. I was like, oh, I shouldn't keep this, but I kept it because I lost the first game after a mulligan. So I was like, I kept the 1 swamp hand, but everything I had in my hand was either I had the 1-drop Death Touch, and I had some good 2-drop flyers, and I had some good 3-drop flyers, and I was like, well, and I had the 1-drop +2, +0. So I was like, you know, I can get some early damage in. Hopefully I'll draw some land soon. Sure enough, I drew a land like the next 3 turns and managed to win that game really quick and easy. And then the next hand was also a 1 swamp hand. Not as good as the first one, but I kept it anyway and still ended up winning. So I did get the premium promo pack because I did go completely undefeated. The third round was 2-0. And that was actually kind of a harder round, and he was a newer player, which was really nice. He was, I think, doing white and green and blue, and they were pretty close matches. He was doing really good, and he hasn't been playing very long, so I was pretty proud of him. But then the last one was everybody's favorite guy who makes sure that everybody in the room knows, I'm a judge, that guy. He ended up scooping the first round because I was getting so many flyers out, and he had no answer for them. And then the second round, I ended up just getting him down, needling him down. He was putting up a fight, but I did end up beating him. So he kind of stormed out after that, didn't even collect his prize or anything. But so I got 10 packs, and they let you grab any packs that are of the $4 range from the wall. So I grabbed 6 Innistrad, Shadows of Innistrad, and 4 War of the Spark. I figured I'd open them up, and we'll save the promo pack for last and see what we get here. So let's give it a shot. See if we get see if I got anything out of here. So, of course, the target goal is aiming for a little over $15 because I think that's what the draft cost me. So, but even if it doesn't, even if we don't get anything good, it was still fun, and it was my first win since coming back after a 12-year hiatus, so I'm pretty stoked about it. What do we got? We got a Davriel Rogue Shadow Mage. I love the artwork on this one. Not the most popular and not the most valuable, but I do love it. And a Widespread Brutality, so not off to a great start. First pack. Let's see what we get here. Oh, I can get the cards out of the pack. I'm literally half asleep here. It was a long day at work, and then a long night. Redemption Bolt Band, a Dovin, so we're not going to get a rare Planeswalker. Dreadhorde Arcanist. One of the guys at the Magic Night was asking me tonight if I have a couple of these because he wants one. So, I guess I got one for him. I can trade him a Dreadhorde Arcanist next week. All right. What else we getting here? That is unless one of my patrons grabs it first. One of my patrons wants it, I'll give it to you. But let me know before next week. Dammy's Ambush, Spot of Flourishing, Kasmina. So we're not getting any rare Planeswalkers, apparently. Bioessence Hydra. There we go. That's a decent little hit, I believe. Unless I'm just really tired and thinking it's something else. Oh, actually, I might be thinking of something else. I don't know. I had the scanner set up next to me, but the battery died as soon as I started recording, so I can't scan it, so I don't know. You'll have to let me know. Leyline Prowler, Bond of Flourishing again, and Arlen. So no rare Planeswalkers. And another Dreadhorde Arcanist. Okay, I think I got extras. Cool. All right, so there's the War of the Spark. Let me kind of knock those off to the side here real quick, and then we'll break into the Shadows over Innistrad, which I know nothing about, so you'll have to let me know in the comments if I pull anything good because my scanner died. So, let's see what we get here. We've got a Broken Concentration, a Malevolent Whispers, a Tenacity, and a Mind-Racked Demon. Oh, he's a mythic. And I see a foil in there. We got a Harvest Hand flip card and a foil swamp. So we did get a foil. All right, so and we got a mythic. I don't think he's worth much. I could be wrong. Probably am. But anyways, Let me know in the comments if he's worth anything. Behind the scenes, Gloom Widow, Stitchwing Scab, and Bygone Bishop. That Bygone Bishop, pretty sure he's not worth anything. Our common card, or flip cards, a common card, Solitary Hunter. And let's see here, what do we got? We got a Weirding Wood, Rise from the Tides, Ulrich's Kindred, and Geralf's Masterpiece. So we did get a second mythic, so 3 packs, 2 mythics. We got a common flip card, and we got a common foil as well. Twists of the Moorer Estate. Nice shiny foil. So I'll put that up with the foils there. Yep, over here. Next pack. So how'd you guys do this weekend in draft? Did you do any good? Did you pull any cool decks? I was kind of hoping we were going to do another Throne of Eldraine because I want to do one more before we move on to Theros, but I guess everybody else is sick of it because they've been doing it for months, but I just got back into it, so I haven't been doing it for months. Haunted Cloak, Ulvenwald Mysteries, Foul Orchard, and Angel of Deliverance. I don't think it's worth anything. Hinterland Logger is our common flip card. 2 more packs, and then we'll open up the premium promo pack. All right, and pour over the pages. Magnifying Glass, Inner Struggle, and Traverse the Ulvenwald. Okay, so it looks like it might be a decent card. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. Delirium, if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, instead search your library for a creature or land card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. I would imagine that's probably worth $1 or 2 at least. Our flip cards and a Cursed Witch. Oh, and we got a rare flip card too. A Handwear Militia Captain. So, that was kind of weird. We got 2 flip cards in that one. And it wasn't foil, so I'm not really sure why we got the double rare there. That's unusual. Is that normal? Am I just losing it? I remember there were some really crazy kind of pulls and stuff when I opened up those, God, whatever. I opened up like 30-something, 36 packs of the, yeah, I think I opened 36 packs of this that I found on eBay on some weird, shady deal. Ravenous Bloodseeker, Liliana's Indignation, Ghoul Steed, and Always Watching. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not worth anything. Flip card is Abyssinian Missionaries for an uncommon, and that's it. All right. I don't know. I'm not sure how much the Arcanists are worth, and I'm not sure about some of the Shadows cards, including the Mythics there. I don't remember them being high-end, so I'm not sure. You'll have to let me know if I did good or not. Oh, I see a code. I get the code out of the way here. Sorry, guys, I'm still building up my arena. Once I get it built up a little bit better, I will start giving these codes away. But for right now, I'm still trying to build it up a little. A Dungeon Geists from M20 foil is our first rare. Slaying Fire is our kind of alternate art foil. And a Lockmere Serpent foil. So I don't think anything exciting there for the foil promos. I do like the looks of these cards though. And I am holding on to all these prize packs that I get, the prize pack cards, just because of, you know, sentimental reasons. I never traded or sold my Friday Night Magic cards before when I played, so I'll probably stick to that routine. So, anyways, hope you guys liked the video. That was my experience for the night. Hope you guys did equally as well at your drafts. Let me know in the comments. Let me know how I did, because I'm not sure. All right, guys. Thanks, guys. I'm going to hit the sack and get some sleep because I'm exhausted. You guys take care. Bye.